Hi everyone, this is Wendy. Today I'm on to do a video, well I'm going to try and do a video on how I put together my bead dangles. So this was asked by Hillie, who is Riteasrain here on YouTube, a lovely Aussie lady, and she just asked if I could do like a tutorial on what I do to put my bead dangles together. They're all really different. So this was the last one that I actually made for a sewing journal, and as you can see here, now I'm not a professional, I just do it to how I feel I like it. No, that's not right. Okay, good start, Wendy. Okay, so it's just my personal preference on what I want to do with a bead dangle. So there's really no right or wrong way, you just do it however you feel. But I just brought these on just to show you the different types that I've actually done. So the last one here, it has a little bit of chain plus some of the now I'm not going to be able to remember the words, plus some of the little round loops, and this part here is actually just a long piece of wire threaded up through the buttons and the little sewing spool. So that one has got like a little bit of chain and jump rings, that's what they're called, I knew I'd remember, and some jump rings on it. But the main part of that is done on a thin piece of wire. So there's that one. I'm going to run out of room here if I don't put something away in my drawer, sorry. Then this one here that is on the side of my journal, that is actually on a very small lobster claw. I'll see if I can get it off, and something's just fallen down behind me. These lobster claws, these small ones, I actually purchased. No, I'm not going to be able to get that off. There's a really small lobster claw just there, look, it's just up the end there, and it already had like a few links of chain on it. So it had about 2 inches of chain, and then I've just used the jump rings, and then this one here has been put together with some very thin wire, thinner than the last one. So there's that one there. But this one here, on one of the Christmas journals I made, this bead dangle has I've actually used like a crochet thread on that one. And I'll just get that and show it to you. This is like just a really strong, I'm not sure if it's like embroidery thread or crochet thread. It might be a crochet thread. I haven't got the name of it, but it's very old too. But that is really, really strong, and sometimes I thread the beads on that if I want them to be looser, if you understand what I mean. Like that's on a thread and it's very loose compared to these ones here, which are, they're just straight and sturdy ones. So it doesn't really matter what you use, just use what you've got. Okay, so these are the things that I don't have a lot of bead stuff. I usually buy second-hand beads at the op shops here in Australia. but I'll just run through what I have here. These are the 3 things that I normally grab, and I'll take them out into the lounge room and start making some beads. So I've got these little tools here, and these ones here were all actually brought in one pack. So that one there is like the cutting tool. I don't know the right names. And then those ones there, and then my long like pliers, which are getting very old now. And then I also have these, the circular ones, and sorry, but I don't know what they're called. And then in here I have a mixture of different wires, from thin to sturdy. These are just like, this is like a very thin copper wire that I use, and yeah, I just kind of like pick them up when I see them cheap, the wires. But I also use these here, these 2. These are like eye pins. They've got like a little loop at the bottom of them, and these are the flat head pins. And I like using these ones more because you can just put the beads straight on and they don't fall off. So, and there's some more wire that, oh, this one was given to me at Christmas time, so that can go in there. And I was also given some chain as well. So what I thought I might do, what else, so that's in that one. And then this little one here, I just keep, I've got some jump rings in there. I have some all different bead caps there, and then some spacers over here, as well as bead caps. All these, there's some really tiny bead caps. What else have I got in here? I've got some flat head pins, and then I have some like chains, all different things in here, and some more jump rings over here as well. And really, when I go to make up a bead dangle, I really don't worry about the colours. Like, I'll put gold and silver together and what have you. Okay, so what I thought I might do, I've been making some of the bead dangles using the gum nuts, the extra gum nuts that Bonnie had sent me, and I've actually sold a couple of those, so I'll make a couple more, which I was very surprised about. So how I go about it, I'm going to get my little pack here of blue beads, and maybe just go through these ones here and pick out a few more blue coloured beads. I don't have much room here at the moment, so I've got a blue one there. Any more blue in that? Nope. There's a couple of blue ones in this one. Some flat type beads. I picked these beads up when our Lingcraft store closed down, and they were just so cheap, so got another blue one here. So I think that's about all. Oh, and a couple of these blue rings, I think. Okay. Whoops. It's a black and white one. That might look nice too. for a bit of contrast, I think. Okay, so now I've got those beads there, and I'm just going to tip these beads out just so that I can see them better. And I'll start. And how I start, I just work out roughly how long I want my charm to be. So I know when I make these, I tie a bit of wire on the end loop, and when I drill the hole in the top, I'll push the wire all the way through, so it doesn't actually have to, the chain doesn't actually have to go all the way up there for me to get a proper length. So I think that length there might be okay, which is about, I'll do it about 5 inches. So then I just get my little cutters here, and I normally try and find the opening, but that's not going to happen, so I'm just going to snip that. And when I do it, I always put my hand over it because I don't like them flying up in my face. Okay, so that's going to be the start. That chain's going to be the start of my dangle. And when I do my dangles, I kind of like keep like a triangle in mind, so that I'll have a couple of beads coming up here, but the majority is going to be like making the bottom come out in like that triangle shape. Okay, I don't think I have any jump rings left. Just let me check. I think I maybe, oh, not jump rings, lobster claws. I don't think I've got any left, because normally they jump straight out at me. No, none left. So what I'm going to use, I've got some of these little rings here. And I'll just use one of those for the time being. Put that chain back in there. So with these rings, they just like pull apart like that. And I'll just see if that'll thread on. Sometimes they're too big, sometimes they're not too big. But that one is definitely too big for that hoop. So what I'll do is grab a jump ring and just open it up, and when you open it, I normally hold one end and then just twist. You don't pull them apart like that, because it weakens the ring, and then you just push it closed again. That's right. Now I'll just stick that on there because I just want to keep an eye on where the top and the bottom of my dangle are. Right, so what I'm going to do first, I need another colour I think to go with that blue, because it's just going to be too blue. Not them ones. I've got some white, little pearly ones here. Have a look. Oh, hang on. What are those ones? I also have some beads just sitting in here in front of me. So, yeah, I might use a couple of those. Maybe those ones, I think, if I need them. Must be time for me to actually go out and start having a look for some more beads that are cheap. Okay, so this is a flat head. Oh, where am I? Okay, so this is a flat head, and all I do with these ones is I'll put on a bead cap. So I'll find just a little bead cap, one of those, and push that on there and make sure that that's not, see, that's not going to slip off. Okay, and then let's just grab some beads. That one there, and then I'll do like a smaller one, and maybe one of those, and another one of those, and maybe just that small one there, if I can find the hole. Okay, so I've put about an inch, maybe inch and a half on that, and then just to finish this off, I grab my round nose, I think, and then I will just push it away from me. And then while it's pushed away from me, I just bring that one up there and twist. That was a funny noise in my room. And then twist that around just the top of that bead there. So that's made that really nice and tight. And then grab my little snips. And when I snip, I go in as close as I can to that top bead, and when it's finished, I just give that a press in, so when you run your hand over it, it's not going to stick into you or anything like that. So I think this is going to be so hard. I haven't tried to do anything like this before. So that's my first little bead dangle there. So I'll make another couple. I'll get and see, I could have put a bead cap on the top of that too, but I just forgot. So I've got another small little bead cap here, and this time I'll grab that one and maybe that one and another little flower one. What else can I put in here? Maybe I think the spacer will be too big. Yeah, I might leave that for another one. I've got another little, I have some very small bead caps, but I don't think I have some really small spacers. No, I don't. So I'll just keep doing what I'm doing here, and I do want another one on, so I might just put that one on there. Okay, so I've made about an inch of this dangle, so then I just grab that up there and push that away from me, then bring that back and twist it between that top bead, and sometimes I can't, so I'll just grab these ones. So twist it between the top bead and my pointy nose pliers. Okay, whoops, and I throw it on my lap. And then I just grab that and snip as close as I can. To that, and then just give it a bit of a squash in. Okay, and then I'll rub my hand on it. See, I didn't put another cap on that either. That's okay. Okay, so that's if you use the flat ones. Now I'll get a couple of these ones out. These are the eye pins. They've got like a round loop on them, and that's so you can dangle something else off the bottom of that if you want to. So I'll just do more or less the same. I'll put that one on there, and let's put the long one on. No, that's not going to look any good. I don't have many blue beads left. Okay, that'll be fine. Now a long one, and I think the long one now will be too big. Yep. So I'll just keep going with the smaller ones, the smaller beads. I don't really think about what bead I'm going to use. I just kind of like grab it and put it on, and it always seems to work pretty good. Okay, so that's only about 1 inch long, and I still think I've got enough just to do the loopy up the top. So I'll hold that, turn it away from me, and then bring that over, and I might just have enough to twist that round, or maybe not. If I just bring that up like that, I will. I'll just adapt. Hang on, change hands, Wendy. Okay. And twist that around there. See, I'm not going to have to cut any of that off. I'm just going to twist it and press that in. Okay, so let me see. Yep, so that's fine. Okay, so I've made a couple, and right, so I have got 1, 2, 3. Okay, now I'm going to maybe 1, 2, 3. Now with these here, I just use the jump rings. So I just grab out another couple of these jump rings and just twist it open, grab that there, and I normally go like down 1, 2, and then put one on like every 3rd link. So I keep okay, like go down 1, 2 and start it from there, and put that onto there. There. Okay, so there's that one there. We'll get another one on. So we've got that one there, and then I'll come see what size that wants to fall. That's going to fall there. So I'm going to grab, oops, which one? That one. that one there, and go down 1, 2, 3 and put that on there, and just close that jump ring back up. Okay, so I've got two on there. Now I've got another jump ring. You can get smaller jump rings than this too. This is all I have left at the moment. Okay, so we've got the jump ring. We'll go down 1, 2, 3 and loop that on there. Okay, so there's the start of my dangle. So I've got this piece of wire here. Now for this one here that had, sorry, I'll just go back a bit. This one here that had the little hook, I would normally get something that I could dangle off it. Okay, I've got a little cross here. I'll just use one of the little crosses, if I could get that untangled. Right, there we go. So I've got a little cross, and I'll just use another jump ring. I thought I had a smaller one here. No, that's not. Oh, look what I just found. I just found a lobster claw. Oh, cool. That's just one of those little springy things like that. Yay! Oh, and I found another one. Okay, that is so cool. See what I find when I don't look for it? Alright, so I'm just going to grab another jump ring, and I just get the little cross and that hook there, and just put that on there like that. Okay, so that's the start of it so far. And see, I don't mind, like a lot of people don't like mixing the gold and the silver, but I actually think it looks rather good. Okay, so with those ones there, that's using those. I'm going to actually use this bit of wire now to make a dangle. And I just hope I've got, I think I've only got crosses. Oh, look at that. That looks pretty cool. This is like a little heart thing. Let me see if I can thread that on. Yeah, I can. This is a little heart that I'm going to actually use on it. So it's got that space in the middle, and I think I might put a bead in the middle of that. So I've thread the wire through the top, and just going to find that hole. I'm having a bit of trouble finding the hole because it's night time, and then just thread the wire through the bottom. I'll hold that and pull that tight. So that looks rather cool, doesn't it? Now I need something on the end here just to hold this so that I can show you what I'm talking about. Okay, what's this here? Oh, that says love. Yeah. Okay, before I put the end part on, and I've got a couple of these too that you can use for the ends as well. Like, they've got a hole like that that you can actually use these as an end piece too. But I might put some more, just a couple of more beads on here, on this one. So that looks pretty cool. And what else? Smaller one. What's this one here? Oh yeah, that's pretty. find the hole. Okay, so I've got that on there so far, and let's put a big one on. Let's put a big one on. Okay, and with that big one I might actually use one of the big there, that'll do. Alright, now I need to close this end off, and I do have this, it's like it says love, so I'll just put that on there and show you what I do to close it off. Okay, now I'll pull that up there and then do the twisting bit as well. And I can use my hands with this because this wire is rather thin and flexible. Okay, so, and then holding that there, I'll just push all those down. So there you go, there's the end part. So the beads aren't going to fall off there at all. Now I'm just thinking how big this is going to be. Okay, so I can add just another couple of beads on the top of this one, so a little round one if I've got it. There we go. Straighten that end up. I might just cut that end off because it's really wobbly and annoying me. Now there's my little bead. Okay, so that looks pretty cool. I like that. And if that goes there, 1, 2, 3, that'll be alright. Okay, so now to just finish that, I'm going to actually put my jump ring on there and just turn it straight over and do those little wraparound loops while that is on there. It just makes it a little bit easier, and then just snip that off there. Okay, and press that right there. Okay, so there's that one there, and with that one there I will most probably 1, 2, 3, that'll most probably go about there, so I will put that on now. Twist that. Right, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and close that up. After a while of doing some of these, I end up with really sore hands. Okay, so that's what the dangle looks like so far. I've got the long one and a couple of small ones, and I'm just thinking if I make that long one, I'll make another couple of the long ones and grab some of that wire, because I was thinking if I could leave that long one there as the length of it, but I actually like that, so I'm going to grab, oh here it is right beside me. I've got I've got another block of units beside me, and I can hear, I think the young boys that live in those units can hear me, and I can hear them laughing, which doesn't worry me, but it's just so funny. Okay, so going to do the same, and I will grab something for the bottom, the charm. we can use this one here for the base. So I'm just going to thread that on there. I'm going to just twist my wire up and just give that a couple of turns, so I know that that's on there, that little dangle. So this is a really small bead cap, and I'm going to thread that on there and put on another one of these long ones, and let me see, I'm thinking maybe this one here. I'll just put these, sometimes I use these really small beads as like a spacer as well, like that there, and we'll put that on there because I'm thinking that's still, like, the blue tones are still going to work in with that okay, and it just gives it a little bit of contrast. Okay, and then another little small one there, and there's another one, another bead. Okay, so I'm thinking maybe put that one up there, but no. Alright, so that'll do. So what I'm going to do the same as what I did last time, just slip my jump ring on there and bring that down and wrap this one around and around, just so that I know that it's on there, and give it a snip off and a press down. So that's going to, I'm going to try and have it around about the same length, maybe just a little bit lower than that one there. Open that jump ring. So that one's there. I might just go down 2 on this lap, on that loop. Okay, so let me see how that's looking. Okay, that looks pretty cool. I like them. So what I'm going to do now is just make a few more smaller ones with the flat, if I can find them, there they are, with the flat heads. And I'm just going to just fill up some of the space. So I most probably will end up cutting some of this chain off here, because I've got those 2 there that are going to be for the actual length. So I'm going to make a couple and just fill them in up there. And just do this rather quickly. There. And maybe that one. Actually, I'm going to take that off there, and I'm going to put that one on there, because this little loop I can hook another one off the side of it, and that there. So I'll get my round ones and put that near the top, not quite on, see, you can still see they're wobbly, and press it back, and then just come over and do my wrap around. So I'll change hands. and throw it away. Why shouldn't I just okay, change hands and just wrap that around there so it's nice and secure 2 or 3 times, normally 3, and clip that off and then just press that down. Okay, so that one's going to go up there, and now I'll do another one. So what have we got left here? You know, I might put another ring one, so just thinking if this is going to work on here. I haven't actually tried to do that before, so I've got that there, so I'm going to put a bead in the center, maybe that one. Oh, that's a skull. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, yeah, well, let's try that. Okay, we'll put that in there and that up there. So, oh, that's another dangly there too. Oh, okay, that's alright. That doesn't matter. Okay, so with this one, just go about there, twist it back, change hands this time without throwing it away, and grab that little bit of what, whoops, grab that bit of wire and turn it round. Okay, so let's see how that is. Okay, that looks alright. So, where's that other one there? Let's grab another. I really am going to have to get some more jump rings, and the smaller size as well. So, open that there. We'll put that one on there, and that one on there. Close that back up. Right, and a jump ring for the top up here. So just let me see where I really want to put it, and the only way I can do that really is just by sitting it up straight in front of me. So I think just about there. That looks okay. So in between those two there, I'm just going to put that one. Whoops. Now my fingers are getting sore. Okay. Alright. So there's that there. And 1, 2, 3, and that's really dangling lovely, like it's got it full on. I'm not sure how I could show you the dangle, like it's full up there, but I still need just a couple more down the bottom. But I am going to cut this chain just about there, because I'm going to use those 2 beads for the length, for the actual length now of it. I like the way that is. So I need to put a couple more of the smaller ones, which I don't know if it's going to, now what did I do with them? Oh, right in front of me. Goodness sake, Wendy. And it's getting rather late at night, so I hope this video is okay. These are the flat head ones. Pardon me. So we'll get a little I've forgotten the name of these. Okay, and we'll put a big one there. Do we want another one on there? Let's see. Whoops. This head pin's a bit crooked, so I'll just bring that down. Okay, and let's see. Okay, let's just put one of these on. These come out to the side, but that's okay. It looks okay. Okay, so we've got that there. Just press that away from me and then bring it up over the top one and start to twirl it round. Change hands because that's what I do. And we'll drag that around under there. I don't know, I hope I've videoed this properly because I know I came pretty close to the thingo. Okay, so that's around 2 times. So let's have a look at that. Just straighten that one up a bit. And go in and snip that off. I don't think I'll have to snip it, I might just push it down closer. Okay, let me see. Yep, that's fine. It's not going to catch my fingers or anything. Okay, so just want maybe that one down there. And we'll do another one with that and that there. One, two, and that one there. Okay, so give this one, grab that there, turn that down, whoops, away from me. Oh look, I'm just going to turn that down and actually pull that out underneath, because I am getting sore hands. Okay, and I'll have to cut that bit off there. There we go. And press that there. Okay. Now I started laughing because I can hear the guys. They must be thinking, what's that silly old woman doing across there? Alright, so grab another jump ring and we'll grab this loopy one. Whoops. Right there. And grab the end of my chain and just put that one on the end. So let me have a look at that. That looks so pretty. I really like that. So I've got one more to put on, so I'm just going to actually hold it up just to and give it a bit of a twirl around. And it needs something else just about there. So that one there is going to be for that one. So just put the ring on it, and I'm actually going to come into the middle of those two and close that up. Ow. That is getting There's no join there. Okay, so that's it, guys. That's my, I'll come out a bit now. I hope you could see that okay. I won't know until I actually go to edit. But there is my bead dangle, and if I just lay it down here, you'll see what I mean by the triangle shape. Now really I could do with another one just coming out down here, but I'm not going to worry about that. So that's kind of like my triangle, the triangle shape for my bead dangle. And I'm thinking I need to add just another one up here. I really do. Okay, just quickly one more, and I can edit out a bit so it's not so long. Okay, and maybe this one. Let's see. Yep, and this one, and just a small one. Okay, now I'll do my little loopy, go away from me and bring that over, change hands and grab that and give that a twist around there. And I'm going to cut that off just there. You can tell when I start to get tired because this top loop here goes a bit skewiffy. So I'm just going to straighten her up a bit. Right, and press that down. Run my hand around, that's okay. So I just needed another one off here, just there. I say just on this side here. Okay, that's it. Okay, much better. Okay, so there's my bead dangle, and you can build on it and put on it as much as you like, or even like just one strand every like 3 loops. I kind of like mix mine up a bit. So if you hold it out there, that's 1, 2, a loop, 1 on the second loop, 1, 2, 3 on that loop. It's just totally up to you what you like, but I really like that one. That looks so cool, especially with that little heart one there. And I got to use up, this is all the blue beads I've got left now. What I think I might do, I do need another one of these blue and black ones on there, just because it just looks a bit uneven to me, I think, because there's only 2 on there. I'm thinking maybe just, see, I could keep going and going and going and going, maybe just one up there somewhere. Okay, but that's all, guys, that's all I'm going to show you today. And I've got the I can take this one off. I have the lobster claw here, so I'll just find the opening here and put that little lobster claw on and close that up right there. Okay, that's it. Done. They look so cool. So I'm not really I'm not sure if this was helpful to you at all, Hillie, but that's using the chain. That's using the chain and the jump rings. Now if you don't use the chain, this one here's just got a jump ring up there, and this is actually, these ones are actually just threaded with a needle, using some of this crocheted twine, and they're just more or less tied on to the jump ring and tied off down here at the bottom. So it, you know, like personal preference, whatever you feel like doing, just do it. You know, there's no right or wrong way. You can just do it however you want to do it. And there's a couple of mine. Okay, so I hope you found that helpful. I was going to go out and have a cuppa. I'll go out and have a cuppa now. I think hubby's in better sleep and it is getting rather late. Okay, alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I don't know how this turned out until I actually go back to edit it. And I just thought I wanted this for that one there. So I really don't want that end piece on it, because I'm going to use some of this wire and thread that through the top loop, and then that's actually going to go up there. But because I haven't drilled the hole in that yet, and I can't drill right now because it's too late at night. Okay, but anyway, I just remembered that, so I'll have to remember that for in the morning, because that is actually going to go on that dangle there. It's going to have the gum nut on it. Okay, that's it guys. You all have a great day and I shall catch you later. Bye bye.